It's time for the Texas Sportsman. With your host, Fred Rodriguez. And your co-host, Cindy Rodriguez. Brought to you by Pueblo Tires, Capital Farm Credit, Theocides Gonzalez Law Firm, South Padre Boat Rentals, Quantum, and Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors magazine. Let's go outdoors with the Texas Sportsman. Gotta have it. Today, the Texas Sportsman is fishing out of Pirates Landing. It's a little windy with 25 to 35 mile-an-hour winds. Stick around. We're going to get on some fish right here on the Texas Sportsman.
Welcome to the Texas Sportsman. On today's show, we have Marcus Virial of La Pesca Restaurant in Edinburgh, Texas. Been on the show numerous times. Should already be a co-host or something. Go ahead, Marcus. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a great day. You know, we've got my buddy Tim Zahn with Stone Pro with us. And we're going to go try something different with John. You know, he wants to throw lures today. And so I'm excited to see how it's going to work out. You know, it's a little windy, but I think John's going to really work hard to put us on the fish.
I think so. Y'all stay with us on the Texas Sportsman. Tracking Outdoors, gotta have it. Good one. Picked him up. Oh, that's a nice one, John. Okay, here.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good one, John. What do we got?
I don't know. Pompano?
Oh, it's a pompano.
Wow.
This is a feisty fighter.
Good job, Fred.
Nice, fun fish to catch. Let him go. All right, man.
Got one, babe? Go, get it.
Here you go, flip it in the boat.
Get in the boat. Get in the boat.
Get in the boat.
Yeah, I saw that lure. Good job, babe. Skipjack?
Yeah, this is skipjack. This is good bait.
Yeah.
These are good bait. Flip it. Fish on! Fish on! Marcus! Oh, nice trout. Looks like a good trout. Wow, that's a big trout, Marcus. It's pushing water. Pushing water. Come on. Flip it in, flip it in, flip it in. All right. What a nice trout. Wow, Marcus.
It hit it. It was hungry.
That's a healthy trout caught on the lure.
You're right.
Yeah, I saw that thing shaking water, man. It was like...
I haven't caught a trout like this in a long time. Really happy to do it. Really happy to be here. Big John puts us on the fish as always.
You gonna cook that up at La Pesca?
That's right, baby. It's gonna be nice mocha sauce.
Ooh!
Gotta have it.
Delicious. Got Big John with us, and we got a special guest coming up in just a little bit. Hold on. From Kingsville, Texas. We'll be right back on the Texas Sportsman. Stay with us. On, Big John. Trout bite is on.
There you go. This one's not gonna make it. I think so. That's what they said about the last one.
Measure it anyways, John.
13.
Well, John, we're out here. We've tried 3 different areas. I want to talk about the lures that we're using. Okay, you said you got down south lures. And talk about what we're doing here, actually.
So right now we're throwing down
Let
south
go.
right now. You can throw pretty much anything. Kelly Wigglers, they all work pretty well. I just this is what I grabbed. Right now I'm using the Chicken of the Sea. We started off early. We're trying to see whether we got a really windy day today. It's blowing pretty close to about 27 knots. So it's cranking pretty bad. And we're just trying to find out, you know, where they shifted on. You know, typically on a good day, you get around the color change. But right now, the color change shifted on us. So typically when you have this windy day like this, if you look down, we'll see these grass lines. You see the line here, there's grass lines on them. So you're trying to avoid trying to get as little grass as possible on your lure. So what I'm pretty much doing is I'm trying to hit between one of these lines.
Yeah, I call them lanes, you know?
Yeah.
Like Marcus keeps getting in my lane, you know, kind of like bowling.
Marcus has a tendency of doing that all the time, but that's okay. But
Yeah, but Marcus catches all the fish.
all you pretty much do is you work your speed, you just try to find if they're at the bottom, are they kind of midway to the top. Typically most of the time they're going to be halfway down. We're about 3.5 feet of water, so typically the jig head you use about a ½ ounce. I personally use a heavier jig head just because I like to work my lure a little bit faster.
Well, I've always been told, you know, if you go with a heavier jig, you also get to throw it a little further, okay? And you can control it a little better, okay, because you want your depth, okay? The depth of water here, we're at
3.9, that's what it says on GPS.
On your shallow stalker, it's saying a 3.9. Okay, so we're almost in 4 feet of water. Okay, and we're going from clear to dirty water and out looking for the potholes. And hey, we're all throwing lures out here, the elements, but it's a challenge when you come out here and do it with lures.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, breaks the routine of always throwing bait. But it's fun. I like throwing lures. Don't get to do it as much as I like to do it, but it does work very well.
All right.
Right, nice one.
That's my baby.
I get one.
Right about there. Good job.
All right. That's my baby.
Good job.
Good job, Heather.
Good fish, babe.
Lady luck, buddy. Fish on. Oh, look at the fish right there.
There you go. All right.
Good trout.
Good job, Tim.
All right. There you go. Is that your first trout in the lower Laguna, Madre?
Correct.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're gonna measure that one up.
Yep.
Okay. That's close. That's gonna be probably about 14.
Might be a
I
little
think.
small, right?
Yeah, let me get the ruler. Hey, there you go.
Almost 16.
He's almost 16. There you go.
That's crazy.
We're undersizing it, but hey, it's a keeper. So that one goes in the box.
Awesome.
There you go. Stay with us on the Texas Sportsman. When we come back, we're going to tell, well, who are these people here? Okay, we're going to talk all about that. Coming up in just a little bit on the Texas Sportsman.
You got one, babe? Good job, babe.
There you go. Hey, it is a fish. What kind of fish is this?
I call them garfish. I think that's what they call them.
That sure is a pretty fish, though. It's different. Fish on. How's it feel, Big John? Oh, cigar fish. Little sign of life. Fish on. Fish on. Nice trout.
Oh, good.
Thank you, man. Good trout.
All right. Good keeper. Another keeper trout on a down
Backdoor.
south lure. Working these potholes, coming into a little dirty water, but that's a good fish there.
Awesome.
Way to go, Tim.
Thank you, sir. That's how you do it. Gotta have it. Just keeping that bait in the water.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Texas Sportsman. Today's guest we have is Tim and Heather Zahn, and they're from Kingsville, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And they are owners of Stone Pro. Is that right?
Correct.
Stone Pro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now Stone Pro is something that we all need. It's part of life. That's the way I look at it. Tell us exactly what you do.
I have a business that re-levels headstones if they start to fall or slip or fall into the dirt. I re-level the headstones and do foundation repair.
Okay, and how long have you been doing this, and where do you service? What can you service? Kingsville, Corpus?
Kingsville, surrounding
Rocktown?
areas, yes sir, yes sir. Corpus all the way to Brownsville.
Okay.
The coastal bend.
So what made you get into this? What did you see a need for? How did you find it?
I was actually working at a cemetery and the demand was there, so I provided a service for it.
Okay, and how's the response been with you?
It's been great. It's been
great.
I've been
Okay.
super busy, staying booked, and it's been a great response. I get a lot of my business off of Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
So I post a lot of before and after photos so people's families can see them, and it's just been a great response.
Well, you know, it's something, a part of life that we all go through, and we're going to go through, and we've gone through with our family members, and it's a way of paying respect for your loved ones, correct?
Yes, exactly. I do bronze plaque restorations, and of course with every headstone leveling I clean them as well. So it's definitely a way of people paying respect for their loved ones that have passed.
How do you like fishing out here in the Lower Laguna Madre?
I love fishing out here in the Lower Laguna Madre. I'm so happy to be on the Texas Sportsman and be out here with Big John Fishing Guide Service, and also my buddy Mark Villarreal of La Pesca.
There you go.
Went and had lunch there yesterday. It was awesome.
Oh, wasn't it?
Great food, awesome service, man. He's the best.
Oh.
Fish on.
I think it was a grass fish.
Grass fish.
Marcus came up with a Michelada mix, and we put some beer in it. My favorite beer is Corona Premier. That's what I use. And you know, you put 4, 5, 6 beers in there, or whatever you want to do.
Good to go.
So, do you have a website that people can look at? Or?
Yeah, they can find me at Stone Pro on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
It's Instagram. It's Stone Pro PHL. That's for professional headstone leveler. For about 18 months, I've been in the business, and my phone number is 210-439-1930. And don't understand that even though I have a San Antonio phone number, I service the whole coastal bend.
Or the whole coastal bend.
The whole coastal bend.
Okay. And so you work with funeral homes, that they know you and stuff, and you've been in the business before, correct?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, sir. I have get a lot of business from monument companies and as well as funeral homes. And also the cemeteries themselves. They contact me if anybody has any need for my services.
So now you go on site, is that how it works, Tim? You got to go on site into the cemetery and you go ahead and work on the headstone?
Yes, sir.
Is that how?
Yes,
okay.
sir. Yes,
all
sir.
right.
I do all the jobs on site.
I had no idea when we first met at the pier. I was saying, so you do pick it up and take it
somewhere?
to your shop and clean it? I had no idea.
Yeah, no, sir. I do all the leveling there, cleaning there, all the bronze plaque restorations there.
That is neat.
On site. Yes.
So if they have any type of work there, you know, sometimes you see those benches and stuff like that. You can clean up all that stuff too, right?
I level them all.
Fish on. There you go. There you go. Came back. He might keep. I don't know. It'd be nice to take over to La Pesca restaurant in Edinburgh. Oh, I think he's gonna keep there, buddy. Woo! Look at that one. All right, Big John.
Good trout. Nice
As
trout.
you say, Marcus, we're going catching with John.
That's right.
Going catching.
You book a charter with Big John, you don't go fishing, you go catching.
There you go, buddy.
Good job.
Good job.
Working the lane, twitching.
Yeah, finally, Marcus.
You hit it, spit it out, came back for it. That's what's always important. That if you know you lose it, keep on working that lure, because they'll come back and hit it again sometimes.
Yeah, we slowed it down, and I switched over to a wide gulp, 3-inch. They're fun to catch. Look at it. See, the first one that bit the tail, and what you want to do is you want to slow down. When it hits, slow down. You want to slow down and let it hit again, and sure enough, we caught it. And that's a nice, healthy trout there. I think it might keep. We're going to measure this one just to make sure.
Almost 16.
Almost 16. That'll work. The new regulation going back to normal in the Lower Laguna Madre. There you go, man. Big John, all right, man.
We're good.
Marcus, win here. We're trying, and we're catching some trout in the Lower Laguna Madre with Captain John out of Pirates Landing and Marcus Villarreal from Pesca Seafood Restaurant. And you also have that delicious combo that you got over there of the steak and shrimp.
Steak and shrimp, that's right. We may change to the Texas Sportsman Special.
Oh, gotta have it.
Gotta have it, man.
Gonna be a nice one. We'll be right back on the Texas Sportsman. We're fishing with Tim and Heather Zahn out of Kingsville. We'll be right back on the Texas Sportsman. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back to the Texas Sportsman. We have Marcus Villarreal, and he is with La Pesca. And La Pesca Seafood Restaurant in Edinburgh, Texas. We started out kind of rough there, huh, Marcus?
Yeah, it was a little rough. The wind started out about 20, 25, and then it picked up to almost 40 miles an hour. But you know, Big John did a great job. He worked his butt off and put us on the fish. I was able to bring in, you know, big old almost 20-incher, and everybody else caught something, so it was a good day.
We threw some down south lures. We threw some Berkeley gulps. We just kept chugging away, and finding them in those potholes, those different color changes, as we say. Yeah, and it was very rough out there, but with that 24-foot shallow stalker, it just chopped up the waves. Hey, once again, we had a great show out here, great time fishing. Anytime you come fishing out here with all these guys here, this guy and this guy, I mean, man, it's always an adventure, okay? If y'all don't know by now, Big John, Marcus Villarreal, La Pesca, and then we got our new friends here, Tim and Heather from Kingsville, and we are with Stone Pro and the business that you guys do. It's always great to have new guests like yourself, sir. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, coming all the way down from Kingsville here because the show airs in Corpus Christi area as well.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
y'all have a great time out here?
Yes.
Oh, so much fun. So much fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was rough out there, huh, Marcus?
It was rough, you know, and I think if we'd been with a lesser guide, you know, we might have gotten skunked, but Big John worked really hard, put us on the fish, you know, and we were able to bring in a few.
Yeah, just to recap, John, on the wind conditions, we started at 20 and we ended up at 39.
39.9.
It's blowing, but it's a challenge. It makes it fun and it makes it a little more challenging. But we got some fish. We got a couple undersized, and we still made a trip out of it. Had a good time. So that's good.
And you know what was different on this show is we talked about it earlier. Is we threw a bunch of artificial lures.
That's right.
Okay, we changed it up. Big John said, you know what, let's do that. And we were using down south lures, and it was a great lure. It was a great color, one of my favorite colors. And then we threw some Berkeley Gulp as well, and then the piggy perch. But you know, what you look for is the water depth, the level, and the potholes, and all that other stuff.
And we're trying to chase the color change also, because a lot of times the fish will stack up on color change. But with the wind blowing as hard as it was blowing, that color change keeps on shifting on us, and it was just made a little more challenging. But it was a pretty good day, so.
Very good. All right, man. Well, till next week, we'll see you on the Texas Sportsman, tracking outdoors. Gotta have it.
Thanks for watching. See you next time, Texas Sportsman. With your host, Fred Rodriguez. And your co-host, Cindy Rodriguez. Texas Sportsman was brought to you by Pueblo Tires, Capital Farm Credit, Diocides Gonzalez Law Firm, South Padre Boat Rentals, Quantum, and Texas Sportsman Tracking Outdoors Magazine. Gotta have it.